Hello and a very good day to you, viewer. It's that time of the week again where we bring to you another thrilling episode of your darling program, Youth Can, on independent television ITV. I am your host, Joy Igoche. Youth Can is a program created by ITV to involve, enlighten and bring together youths with creative and entrepreneurship ideas geared towards the development of the society. On our previous episodes, we talk about leadership, the challenges and prospects of Nigerian youth. And today we'll be talking about the role of youth in nation building. The youth of the nation have a role to play in the development of this nation, as youths are the building blocks to a developed nation. The Nigerian Constitution refers to persons between the ages of 18 to 35 as youths. However, youth is not only about age, but the strength, the tenacity and vigor, the enthusiasm to achieve things. With about 70% youth population, Nigeria is still crawling and languishing in poverty and penury, crowned as the poverty capital of the world in a report by Brookings Institute. For a fact, one of the greatest assets a society can possess is the youth. There would be a serious problem when youth fight for only their very own good, where they should be craving for the development of the society. The hallmark of this present administration or this government is change. The youth must be agents of change. The change we expect from the leaders should start from us. In the immortal words of Mahatma Gandhi, it said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." The change starts from resisting corruption and violence in the country, and any action that might take away our future, we desist from them. For the labor of our heroes past not to be in vain, there are certain roles that the youth can engage in to bring about sporadic development. It's not just about saying the youths can be this or can be that, or just doing things that, just bothers just only to you without thinking about the people in the society. What are we doing as youths to bring about development to the society? What are we doing to change the negative narrative of the society? We'll be going on a short break now, and when we return, we'll be bringing in a special guest to talk about this topic of the role of youths in nation building. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. You're welcome back again, and of course, when the screen looks this good, you know what time it is. It's Youth Can. Yes, and we've been talking about the role of youths in nation building. Nation building, nation building, nation building. What are we doing to contribute to the society we want this country to be? What are we doing? What roles are we playing as youths to develop the country we are today? And I have with me, as I promised, a special guest in the studio. I have Mr. Franklin. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. So thanks for joining us. And you'll be doing justice to this topic today, the role of youth in nation building. So, sir, please, what is nation building all about? In your own point of view, what do you think it is all about?
Okay. Nation building is all about the responsibility of everyone, both old, young, youth, any person, the responsibility of everyone in making sure that there is peace, there is development, there is growth, there is sustainability, there is progress in the nation, irrespective of your tribe, whether you are this or that. It has to do with the development of the nation, everybody putting his or her own roles by playing a particular quota. The responsibility of everyone in the community, in the society, in the local government, in the state, and also in the federal. Thank you.
Okay, I see. This is something that, everybody is a part of. So nation building is not just, segregated to a particular set of people in the society. Thanks for expatiating that. But today we are looking at youth now. The role that the Nigerian youth has to play in building this nation. So what do you think are these roles that the youths have to play in building the nation? Okay, all right. Focusing on the youth to have a lot of responsibilities to carry out in the nation, because most percentage of the number of people we have in the society is all about the youth. So we have a wonderful role to play in all the sectors, in the sense that
anywhere you find yourself, whether it's in agri sector, education sector, entertainment, any sector you find, your health sector, there is a particular role for you to play as a youth in order to make sure there is peace, there is development, there is growth in the society, in your local government. If you see anything being built by the government, there is need for you to protect it. Say this particular project, this particular infrastructure is for us, it belongs to us. We need to protect it. We need to make sure there is sustainability such that the future generation can make use of it. You cannot say this one does not belong to me. Let me just remove my eye from whatever that is being built by government, or any project that is being carried out by government, or any infrastructure that is need for you to protect, or whether idea that you have to bring development to your particular local government. Because once your local government is built up, once there is growth or development in your local government, which originated from your family, once there is growth in your family, there is peace, there is sustainability, there is progress in your family, automatically your local government will be developed. So there is need for every youth, wherever you are, whether you're in the north, south, east, and west, anywhere you find yourself, are you in the city, are you in the rural community, notice or locate that particular role that you need to play in order to protect your integrity, protect the integrity of the nation and your local government. Thank you.
Okay, looking at the way Nigeria is today, and considering the various sectors that we have, do you think the youth are actually doing enough in terms of contributing to the nation?
Yes, most youths are doing wonderfully well in different sectors, because everybody is blessed with a wonderful potential or a wonderful talent and a wonderful passion. So some youth, they have passion for a particular sector. So going about the development of the nation, the youth are doing wonderfully well. Most of them, though some few of them are not giving us good representative, they are giving the youth badness. But I want to tell you that most of the youth in the society, they are doing very well in their wonderful sectors, because everybody cannot be perfect in all the sectors. There's a particular sector you like, you find yourself in. Is it in the health? So most of the youth I've seen so far, they are doing very, very well. And I want to use the opportunity to beg some of the youth that are not engaged in anything, or are not doing positive things to bring development to the nation. Let them put a stop to anything they are doing that is bringing badness to the youth.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So how would you rate youth performance in nation building?
All right, I will rate the youth 80%, because the remaining 20%, there is something, we have a lot of things to do in order to close that gap. But most of the youth, because of the impact, the role they are playing in different sectors, I will rate them 80%.
Okay, 80%, that's quite, a high rating when we talk about rating the youth. So, if you are rating the youth 80%, it means that there's 20% deficit, in performance. So what are those areas you would like youth to focus on, to fill in the gap? Even if they cannot be 100%, at least the representation of youth should be felt in the development of the nation. So what are those 20% that you feel that the youth can perform to bring about growth and massive development in the country? All right.
Like I said, a lot of youth are blessed with wonderful potential, wonderful talent. So the remaining 20%, it goes back to orientation and good education. Education in all the sector. Education in entertainment sector. Education in health sector. Education in agri sector. So anywhere you find yourself, anywhere you have passion, whatever you want to do to bring development to the society, even if you don't have the capacity, go for skill acquisition, go for development lesson, like volunteerism, volunteering in different sectors. Anywhere you find yourself, make sure that that thing that you want to do to bring growth and development to the society, you educate yourself, you give yourself a proper orientation, or you are being given proper orientation by your mentor or mentee, any person. So there is need for the youth, that remaining 20%, for all of us, put your hands on deck and make sure that we cover that 20%. What is that particular thing that you want to do in your society, or your local government, or your state, or your country? Find out what do I need to do? What are the skills that I'm lacking? Like if you are looking for employment and you don't have a particular skill, your boss or the management of the company will not employ you because you are lacking that skill. Whether you have a wonderful certificate, because of that skill they are looking for, if you don't have it, they will not engage you. So when you have a passion for a particular sector and your skill is not well built, there is need for you to go for volunteerism. There is need for you to go for skill acquisition. Go and develop yourself so that you be relevant in the society.
Okay, so talking about volunteerism, there's this lackadaisical attitude, prevalent in some youth regarding doing things that, are not of immediate benefits to them. You see, everybody just feels nonchalant. It's none of my business. It doesn't concern me. It's just like a story of a burning house where maybe one of the houses in the fleet of houses are burning, and you say, okay, because it has not got into my house, even if I have water, I'll keep it. You understand? Not knowing that when it is true with one house, it transfers to the second one, and like that, and you see the entire community is burnt. So, like, this particular youth, what do you think the role of youth are in terms of advocacy? Few days ago, I think, we celebrated the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. So there's a youth out there that feels, okay, I'm not a woman, I'm not a girl. You understand? So what role do I have to play in this? So it is none of my business. So what do you think what are the roles of youth in terms of all this positive advocacy in the society? Because they say little raindrops fills the ocean, you understand? So like, what do you think youth should do in times like this?
Right. So like what you mentioned concerning house burning, it's not only burning houses. If you go by the roadside, you see different accidents happening. So if you are a youth, because of the energy you have, it's not a time for you to start videoing. It's not a time for you to start snapping, taking pictures. You want to be the first person to upload it. No. When you see a burning house, as a youth, you don't need any person to advise or ask to go and do this. Put a helping hand. Try anything possible to make sure that you quench the light. If you see an accident and you see somebody who is lying down lifeless, there is need for you to bring a helping hand before the coming of federal road safety or any other body that is coming to intervene. But as a youth, it's not time for you to start taking video, snapping, and you see a burning house. You see an accident. Some victims, people are suffering, people are just struggling to survive. There is a particular role for you to play anywhere you find yourself. You will notice so many things happening in the society. If as a youth, because of the energy you have a passion, there is need for you to do something positive with your time. It's not a time for you to say, let me upload it. You want to be the first. No, nobody is paying for it. Even if you want to use it to entertain people or to market your blog, whatever. No, there is need for you to save lives at that moment. That burning house, let's say for instance, a government office. There is a fire outbreak. A government office is burning. Maybe your parents must have worked there in the past years, and you are intending to work there or any other sector related to it. What about those credentials? What about the profile of people that have worked there? There is need for you to try. What will I do to put a stop to this line? If it's an electrical fault, try to locate the source. Go and put off it so that it will stop. But when you start videoing, when you start nonchalant attitude, you don't want to care. No, because from that burning house, it will get to another burning house. From that burning office, it will get to another burning office. From that accident that just happened, it can cause a serious traffic jam. It can cause another accident. But when you tell yourself, I have a role to play. This is my responsibility. This is my country. This is my nation. Let me give a helping hand. It will go a wrong way to promote peace, unity, and love. Now, like you said, a few days ago, we celebrated the elimination of violence against women. It was on 25th of November. And from 25th of November to 10th of December is 16 days of activism. 16 days to advocate for elimination of violence. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl. I thank God I was able to participate in one of the programs that was organized by Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. A lot of children from different secondary schools were invited, both boys and girls. Now everybody is advocating for that particular issue. Let us put a stop to violence against women. And the theme for this year on the UN team say, end violence against women now. It is the responsibility of everyone. Whether verbal violence, whether physical violence, whether emotional violence, whether any psychological violence, because that woman is productive. When you carry out any form of violence against her, it will make her to look down. It will make her to be demoralized. It will make her not to be able to achieve or that thing that she's targeting because you have killed her emotion. So any form of violence, whether in the society, whether in the local government, the state government, in the community, everybody, we all have wonderful roles to play. As a youth, whether you're a man, whether you're a boy or a girl, a young lady, a young man, there is need for us to protect our women. They are our women. You don't say, I'm not a woman. You have a mother. You have a sister. You have an auntie. You will marry a wife or you already have a wife. So if you are a man outside there, you are beating your wife. It is an error. When you are beating that woman, your children, they are watching. They might grow with that orientation, with that mindset. If I go to my school and beat up a young girl, a young boy, any person, is normal because my father is doing it. But no, there is need for you to put a stop to that because it is not right. This is not only elimination of violence, it's elimination of violence against women and children. So any form of violence you find yourself, even raping, raping case is just increasing. But please, if you are involved in such act, please put a stop to that. Protect our women, protect our children. So any form of violence, we need to stop it. So as a youth outside there, you don't need to be told, please go and do this, protect these children, protect this woman. No, it is our role. It is our responsibility because the nation is ours. When you protect that woman from being violated, you are building the nation. When you find yourself in different sectors protecting what belongs to the government, you are building the nation. Don't wait till you are paid. Say, I take this money for doing. No. Do your own responsibility. Do your own role. In that sector where you find yourself, you have a wonderful role to play. Positive sectors, not bad sectors. So please, I'm begging the youth outside there, please, let us put a stop to violence against women. Let us be the nation. The nation is ours. Even if you are struggling to get visa to leave this country, the nation is ours. If you leave it, what impact have you imparted on the younger ones? So whatever you are doing today, just know that a child somewhere outside there is watching you. So if you are not laying a good foundation for that child, he or she might grow with that bad orientation that I saw my uncle doing this, I saw my auntie doing it. So let us play a wonderful role in building the nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If at all I didn't even pick anything from what you said, I got the fact that humanity first. You know, humanity is no respecter of your ethnicity, no respecter of religion. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. No, it has nothing to do with that. Yes. It has to do with your human feeling, your first responsibility. What is that thing that you should do that will bring about growth? What is that thing that you know you've done to create impact in the society? So whenever you see anywhere you can contribute your own quota to, you don't have to sit back, you don't have to be nonchalant. You could just do a very simple thing and it will save the day. So I picked that from what you said. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, quickly before we wrap up this interview segment, I think I want to know, like, there are youths out there that have this passion to help. They have, you know, they know what is right. They know what they want to do. They are passionate about a particular sector, you know, in the nation to bring about growth. It could be agriculture, it could be health, it could be education, and whatever sectors are out there. But they don't have the wherewithal to actualize this dream. So what do you think can be done to get the relevant and adequate help that they need in order to carry out this particular passion to bring about building the nation?
Okay. Like I said, there are a lot of organizations in this country. A lot are doing different roles because, like an organization, a private sector, an NGO, a foundation, a civil society organization, you have your thematic area. You have your focus because you say, this is where I'm heading to. So if you are a youth, try and identify with those sectors. Know your passion. Know where you want to bring impact. Know the same, because you cannot go to agri sector and you are trying to treat somebody malaria in agri sector, because agri is agri, health is health. So if there is a particular sector where you have passion or love for, there is need for you to identify. There are many of them. Okay, even if you don't have the information, we have UN Youth Volunteers. It's on air. It's on internet. You have Nigerian Youth Volunteers. Those organizations, they help youth to disseminate them to the relevant sector where they have passion for. So if there is a particular sector you have interest, or there are various organizations, you can still ask questions. You don't achieve such thing by closing your mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You can ask questions. You can use your data for relevant things, browse, check those information. So when you see that, okay, you notice that I have passion for this particular sector, why not write to them? Write a letter of volunteer or a letter of engagement. If they notice that your skills or your experience is not okay for them, it cannot push them to where they are. They can put you under their volunteerism, whereby you are being mentored for a particular period of time, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, depending on the interval or depending on what you want. So you will find out that as you are trying to learn something there, you are learning another thing. Whether you are being paid or not, engage yourself somewhere. Engage yourself in that particular field, because the experience you get is a lifetime. It's a lifetime experience, in the sense that even if you relocate to another sector, even if you get a job to another sector, you find out that what I learned from this sector is helping me, because I'm an experienced. There was a time after our youth service, I volunteered towards to work with one organization. They trained me. I was not being paid. I was learning. I was even transporting myself to those places. I learned a lot of things. Now, what I learned is even helping me to tomorrow. You find that there are some places, some organizations you go to, whatever they are doing, that you not teach them what you learn from them. Do you understand? So a lot of youth outside there, if there is a particular passion you have for a particular sector, why not write to them? Let them engage you so that they will know your skills and know where you are lacking. With the help of the organization, they will put you through. You learn some. You even make friends that will mentor you. You find that you are now able to learn in a professional way from different persons. In fact, you are just there to volunteer, but you are learning different things that will help you in future. So if you are a youth outside there, write to a particular organization that you have passion for. They will train you. When they are training you, it's your own knowledge. It's in you. Anywhere you are going, you are carrying it. You are moving with it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You've given us a very, very wild insight to this topic today. We appreciate your comment, Mr. Wango Franklin. Thank you very much. I believe that just the way I've gained so much from this interview, I know that my viewer out there have also, been enriched today.
Thank you very much.
So we'll be calling it a wrap on the interview segment, and we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up this program. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
Thank you.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen. Sister.
Girl, you've done it again. You are constantly raising the bar for all of us and doing so flawlessly.
You do know that you're that girl, right?
I hope that when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you see how divine you are.
Know that so many people want what you got.
You have dreams to fulfill and promises to yourself that you must keep.
I know at times you feel underappreciated and misvalued. Trust me, we've all been there.
So it's necessary that you can count on yourself.
Now, don't go seeking perfection.
Extend yourself a little grace.
Don't be afraid to celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones.
You, Miss Thane, are courageous. You are dynamic. You are principled.
So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum.
There's a sweet justice in knowing that the path you are on was designed for you and you alone.
Doing right by yourself never goes out of style.
Everything about you is majestic and a force to be reckoned with.
Trust me, people are paying attention.
You're special and worthy of praise. Don't shy away from it.
And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it.
It's also important to rest. Make sure your hustle doesn't get in the way of your health. Girl, take care of yourself.
And the next time you want to second guess yourself, don't do it.
So pause for a second right now and relax, relate, release.
You are needed. You are appreciated.
Girl, you make me so proud. And I love you.
Remember,
you are 100%
that queen.
Oh, yes.
You're welcome again, and thanks for joining us and staying with us all through this time. And we're still talking about the role of youths in nation building. We must be agents of change, and the change we desire in others must start from us. We must use all of our talents to serve the country and fatherland. We must also help government at all levels in the implementation of policy. We must resist all forms of exploitations by individuals and groups, and, for in doing that, it takes away our voice and rights and takes us away from the big picture. This way our voices will be heard when we keep on fighting for our rights, and our views will be considered. It brings about adequate representation today. We must have a changed character and value. We must purge and cleanse ourselves of all qualities inimical to the national development. And for a man who wants equity, he must also come with a clean hand. So goes the saying. Finally, we need the wisdom of the wise as well, the wisdom of the old, because if the energy of the youth is left unchecked, it portends imminent danger. It is the time for the youth of this generation to stop seeing themselves as too young. We all have something great to offer to the country. With this, we are drawing close the curtain of this program for today. It's been an amazing episode, and trust me, I don't want to go, but I have to at this point. Join us same time next week for another amazing episode of your darling program. Thanks for watching. I have been your host, Joy Igoche.